In this video, we're going to go through and add a color scheme that will allow us to hash these areas in different ways so you can determine variation and location of them. So to do an area scheme, if you come under room and area, there are color scheme, and we're going to click on that. And if we look at this, you have area gross building, area occupancy load, and area rentable. And we want to create one for our occupancy load area scheme that we created. So I'm going to click on that. And right now it's doing the color over here by area type. It has a title up here. I'll name this occupancy use, right? And then the color is by area type. So that's a parameter in the area. We can look at that in just a minute. But the parameter that I want to give a color to is the name, right? And so I'll click name. Now this is going to give colors to each unique name. So you could actually create a parameter if you wanted to locate to have them done by similar ratio or something like that. So I'm going to click OK here. It's going to remove this color and put new colors in. And you're going to see it's going to give me different colors for each of the titles of the name. And it would switch based on which guy I pick, right? And so I'll come in and I want to change that color to black for each one. And I want to, make sure I get the selection. And then change the fill pattern. So I could change this fill pattern to aluminum, right? And maybe the dining, I'll change it to black as well. And I can change that guy to, I'm just going to be kind of quick about it. I'll do a crosshatch small for that one. And then for the Q, right, I'll do a, how about diagonal crosshatch medium? And then the Q and the weighting have the same occupancy load factor, so you could give them the same hatch if you wanted them to read the same, but I'm going to go ahead and give the weighting a slightly different hatch. So do black again, and let's do how about, let's do steel. Okay, and if I click OK, or actually this is diagonal crosshatch medium. Let's go ahead and make this diagonal crosshatch small, right? Actually, that's diagonal down small, crosshatch small. There we go, one up. And so they'll be similar but different. And then I'll click OK, and it creates that color scheme, but now we have to apply it to this floor plan. So to do that, go to your area plan here, and over in the properties dialog box you have a color scheme. So I'm going to click on color scheme here, and it's going to give us the option to put that color scheme into effect. I can also rename this to occupancy use, right, as well, just to keep it consistent. And then I'll click OK, and you'll see that that will be used as the hatches. So now those are hatched and they will update, and if you add additional areas, you can adjust that color scheme. If you have different names, it'll just keep populating that color scheme. So if you want to go back and adjust it, you can come into your color schemes and highlight that, and it will just add additional names in there, and you come in and adjust that. The nice thing is that it's parametric. The last thing I want to do is the area lines are nice that they're purple, but if you're done with your area plane, you may not want them to be purple. So I'm going to go to my visibility graphics here, and you can change those by scrolling down to the lines and expanding the lines, and there's the area boundary. So if I click on override for area boundary, I can make that, not the pattern, but the color black, right? And I could change the line weight as well if I wanted them to be thick. Click OK, right? And so If you go in and take a look at these guys, right now you have a dark outline, and you're starting to get that. Right, in the next video, we'll look at creating an area schedule for this with the occupant loads.